Well, hello and welcome to day 18. Let's talk about rituals. Why rituals, you would say? Well, it's a very clever and charming way to deal with habits and chores and overall with your life. We are not living an easy life, and we have to add good habits, we have to eliminate bad ones, have to deal with chores every day. And by age 50, life kind of becomes a bit boring, and we need something to look forward to. So I deal with all these challenges with the help of rituals. Take the daily tracker that I introduced on a day one and track your state of being. We call it circadian rhythm. How do you feel in the morning? How do you feel in the afternoon? And try to harness your natural energy at its best. Don't go and fight against the current. Don't try to do the impossible, but instead just try to see, from 11 to 1, I'm the most productive. Then do your work then. If you don't know about circadian rhythms, I suggest you do a bit of a research. I wish I knew more. In my young days, I would have been way gentler to myself in the winter months and a bit more demanding in the summer months. In the months when you soak in all the sun, you have all the vitamins, you have all this energy, you have to realize that it's not going to be like that all year round. So let's do all what we can now without procrastination, so that during the winter months we can chill a bit and do a little bit less. The other thing is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Great book, lots of good advice, practical advice. If you don't have time to read Atomic Habits, it's quite a book. You can get tons of one-page summaries online where enthusiasts of James Clear's work organized his ideas in sketches, in flow-through graphs. It's absolutely amazing. He talks a lot about stacking habits, so meaning you have a good habit, then you add the habit you're working on, and then you finish it with another habit that it's already coming naturally. It kind of cheats your mind because our mind is lazy. We don't want to do things. And I know James talks a lot about rituals. Helping with habits, helping with chores. What about chores? Well, when you're changing sheets, for example, it's a lot of work. You have to wash linens, you have to stretch it, dry it, put it all together. It's not something I would normally enjoy. But if I reframe that this is not just changing sheets, it's creating my sanctuary bed, then the situation gets better. When I'm tidying up my kitchen counter every evening, instead of just thinking, oh God, I have to do it again, I think, I'm re-energizing my chic kitchen so that the chi energy can flow freely and nourish my mind and body. Something like this. And suddenly it becomes not that bad. When washing dishes, I try to think of gratitude that I actually do have dishes to wash and have food to put on the table, and it really helps. Another good application of rituals is filling your calendar with something eventful, with something colorful. And by age 50, you kind of get bored with life a little bit. You've done a lot, you've visited a lot of places. It's hard to have this high vibration. So filling your calendar with some rituals like seasonal decor change in your home, where I put pumpkin at the Thanksgiving, I put Christmas tree to celebrate Christmas and New Year, I get Easter bunnies in the spring, and so on. I also like to coincide those rituals with filter change because I always forget to change filter, and every time furnace man comes, I get the earful of his criticism. How could you not change filter for a while? So I got my home maintenance binder, and I thought, okay, how can I stack this chore with something else? And I thought, okay, every 3 months, that kind of works with seasonal decoration, seasonal sprucing up of your home. And this is exactly when I would change my filter. My weekly ritual is fridge cleaning. Every Monday we have garbage collectors who come and pick up our garbage, our recycle, yard waste, and bulk items. Not every week per se, all of those things, but at least recycle, that's every week. So when they pick up everything, I'm so happy. I have that circadian rhythm, I guess, that makes me so motivated, makes me vibrating. So I want to capitalize on this vibration, high vibration, and I tidy up the fridge, sometimes wash shelves if necessary, but just making it look nicer and more welcoming to the new food which we are usually getting on Tuesdays. So Monday, our ritual is eating from the fridge. I kind of like it because it frees up space for the new food to come on Tuesday. It saves us money too, because we don't throw anything anymore. And Monday is that day that no matter what, we just eat what we have. Okay, let's talk about stacking habits. I like to start my day not in the morning, but actually in the evening. Because if your evening is a mess, starting morning on the right note will be quite hard. If you watch Netflix till very late, or you drink alcohol, or you eat too late, you have tons of sugar, you're not going to have a good night's sleep. And as a result, you're not going to have a very good morning. So let's plan your next day, starting today and now, by planning your evening ritual. At 8:30, I go and I brush my teeth. I water pick, I brush it with sometimes tooth powder, sometimes toothpaste. And after that, I actually do coconut oil pulling. And what it does, it totally eliminates any chance I would eat again. I don't want to have a quick bite because I'm bored. And I find it quite effective. Just do your teeth brushing. Same thing with maybe facial. I open my fridge, there is a special beauty shelf, and I put cream on my face and do some massaging, trying to look young and beautiful. And that also refrains me from snacking. It actually, I don't need to do it anymore because I don't want to snack in the evening, but when I used to snack, it actually was helping me a lot. And it wasn't the hunger, it was just being bored, just passing by the fridge. And in all our open concept kitchens, fridge is right in the middle, so you pass by, you open it, you think, oh, I should take something. And I thought, okay, I have to cheat my mind of this bad habit, and I would open the fridge and get my cream, do the facial, and after that I usually would not want to snack. Look how marketers selling us anything. Wine, cigarettes, all this brand name purses and shoes and things we don't really need. They sell it as a story, as something we want to associate ourselves with. They give us the description of ethanol as nutty, oaky Chardonnay infused with peach aroma, and we buy it. So why not use this hack and call your chores, your habits, as a story? For example, every Tuesday and Friday I spend half a day in the gym. I do my Zumba class, yoga class, so 2 hours already. Then I go swimming, then I go to sauna, then I have a chill shower. Wow, it takes about 4 hours. If I were to call it my boot camp, I would not want to do it. But I actually accidentally started calling it as my spa day. And Steven always says, Tatiana, you're doing your spa day today. If I think about my spa day as hard work, boot camp, I wouldn't want to do it. But when I think about it as an indulgence, and in a way you can argue with me that, yeah, it is an indulgence to be able to spend 4 hours on Tuesday and 4 hours on Friday, I feel like I'm a very, very lucky woman, which I am. But still, how many people have time and they don't do this work? But if you call it a certain way, it's actually much easier for your brain to not just accept it, but even crave it. My monthly ritual includes going to a trendy local coffee shop, ordering cappuccino, which I'm no longer buying on a daily basis like I used to, but once a month I treat myself with coffee, I actually enjoy it, and I sit and write and reflect on the month. And if possible, I try to invite somebody for my coffee date, somebody I just met at the gym or a French course, or just my neighbor. I'm casually saying, oh, once a month I go to such and such place. How about we'll catch up over the coffee? In a nutshell, rituals help with habits, rituals help with chores, and overall life quality. No wonder people in all cultures were following certain rituals. There's a big wisdom to it. And if you have a bit of money to spend, I would get some crystals and maybe some essential oils, maybe some special yoga mat or special blanket or socks or pajamas that would signify the beginning of the ritual, and you would be enjoying doing it. That was it for today. Happy ritual creating, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.